What is up, the world? It's that weirdo from the internet. Messed up my hair.
A little bit.
We got another little story time because we're trying to do regular vlogs now. Ought to be fun. So you want to tell a story because, I mean, you're the one who could see it, not me.
What are you talking about? Yeah,
Oh, well, I'll go ahead and say this is another, like, little story time, you know, creepy stuff that happens. Already mentioned about how he can see crap.
it might sound weird, but
I'm pretty
it's
sure
legit.
you've mentioned it too, right?
Yeah, I've said something about it.
And yeah, I know it's legit because it happened.
Well, see, the thing is that, look, they say, like, you know, when you're younger and stuff, how you can see things. Well, that never really went away from me. Like, it never, like, stopped happening, period. So that's, I mean, that could have something to do with it. Because I've always, like, seen things my whole life, and I've been to a lot of paranormal stuff. Like, you know, I've told you guys before in previous videos.
Like 2.
Yeah, I was like, going 2 by myself.
We hadn't posted for a little while, but now I'm trying to do it a little more regularly.
Yeah, well, see, I've been recording on my PS4, but for some reason the footage I got the other day whenever I was whooping butt in Siege, like the last like 5 minutes corrupted, and I can't end up with that right now, so I gotta like go in there and re-edit everything out again. It's gonna suck, because I edited it for like 2 hours straight, and got to the last 5 minutes, and just all of it corrupted for some reason.
Oh, wait, I gotta add something. By the way, we don't condone smoking. We do not advertise it. We're not doing anything like that. But we are smokers. We're going to quit a little bit into the future. I'm not really easily addicted to things, but for right now, I've been very stressful. And, well, both our families, almost everyone in our family smoke. So we've been around it like our entire lives. And if you haven't noticed yet, normally if it runs in the family, it's going to continue. But I'm willing to quit. I'm like my dad. I can pick it up, put it down, forget about it.
See, I haven't always smoked. Like, I've only been smoking, like, I've only smoked like 2 years. I've been dipping since I was 4 years old.
I'll move that close
So,
to you.
I mean, I dipped from 4 to, I think,
Should
12,
we jump right into the story time, or does this matter?
No, we
I don't
just
really know how a vlog
and then we'll
goes.
go to the story time. Like, we'll do, like, yeah, story time. But, I dipped from 4 to, like, 12, and I smoked for 1 year. And then from 14 to 17, I dipped, and then I started smoking again. And now I'm stuck smoking. I try to go back to dipping, but for some reason it's just, like, it doesn't do the same thing for me anymore.
I can tell you a little sweet story about how he stopped dipping. The first time we met, we actually pretty much automatically hit it off. And I told him how disgusted I was by dipping. Like, you know, I don't really have a big deal with it or anything. I don't mind if people do it around me, but I told him that if he was going to do it, then I wouldn't kiss him while he was dipping. And so
Gotta have the kisses, man.
He automatically stopped dipping and started smoking the same cigarettes as me.
Literally the day she said it, I quit dipping.
Yeah, the very day I said it.
Because, I mean, believe it or not, the way me and Jess feel about each other, I mean, I've never felt that way about anybody else. Ever. You know, so her opinion actually mattered to me. That kind of weighed in my decision. And, like, the second she said it, I'm like, I want to quit dipping.
But I did outright tell him I didn't mind if he did it. It's just I wouldn't kiss him while he was dipping. That was it. I told him he could do it all he wanted. Because, you know, I didn't want you to pick up the smoking habit again. I don't want anybody to smoke. Please, do not.
Yeah,
do not pick it up. It's horrible for you. It can kill you.
I used to be able to run a mile, and now I can't even run 5. I can't even go from here to the refrigerator and get something to drink without goddamn the entire time. It sucks. It really does. Like, it does something that, you know, that tar and crap in your lungs. It'll mess it up.
And plus, if breathing problems run in your family or anything, just don't ever try it. It's not good. It can literally kill you. Your lungs can collapse. You can, I mean, read the labels. It's right on the pack.
Yeah.
I mean, there are warning signs everywhere. It's true. It really is. Even though there are plenty of people out there who can smoke for years and years and years, and, you know, they're fine. Maybe they've had some problems, but it's not always like that. Sometimes you'll die from it. Because I can tell you from my grandmother, most of her problems have came from smoking. She has been hospitalized so many times, and now she is younger than her older sister, and she looks much older than her older sister. My grandmother is 65. Right?
Yeah.
My grandmother is 65, and she looks like she's probably in her mid 70s, and
I'd say 80s, honestly. Like,
yes, 80s. And her sister is in her 70s, and she looks like she's in her 40s.
yeah. Now, okay, I know they say like the smoking thing, that 1 in a million chance of you getting lung cancer. Well, sometimes that 1 in a million chance is you. You know, so that's why, you know, I do not recommend picking it up because it sucks. Honestly, I hate like this thing. They make my throat hurt, but I gotta have them for some reason. You know, it's like I gotta have this right here, and then this right here.
I'm sorry for that interrupting the video, but I had to put it out there. I just wasted like 6 minutes, you know, putting that there, but I have to. Because I don't want any younger people to see this and think that they should do it. It's not cool. It doesn't make you look cool. It's not. It's not even always a stress reliever. There are plenty of other ways to find a stress reliever. Working out is a really good way. Whenever I worked out, I did not smoke any.
I recommend working out because whenever I dipped and I worked out, I did not even want to dip all day. Working out is a really good way to get rid of your stress besides having to do some, you know, really bad habit, like lose a dang jaw or, you know, lose a lung, you know, or lose your life.
Even just occupying yourself with anything else. You can clean. You can learn to cook new things you've never cooked, or learn to cook if you haven't learned how to cook yet. You can pick up little hobbies like what?
I said.
What?
I said she can cook.
Yeah, I started learning how to cook better. But you can crochet. You can learn how to sew, knit. I mean, it may sound stupid, but it's actually really fun, and it makes you feel very accomplished to create something.
I recommend piano or guitar. That's a good way to. That is a real good way to, you know, occupy your time. Okay, before we get into story time, because we're running along a little bit, I got a new phone today.
This is a vlog, so yeah, with the little bit of money that we had, we decided to get Matthew his own phone finally, because my phone is. It's getting to its point of just crapping out on me. I mean, it's probably about 4 or 5 years old now, and it's not doing too well. It's messing up. It's glitchy. It freezes, but I still use it because I have to, and we're working very hard to fix this. But got him a nice sized phone because he can't work with, you know, smaller phones that don't fit in his hand, and he can't type on them, so.
That one fits like snug. My hand's like a holster designed especially for that phone.
It's even better for him because it comes with this little stylus, and I mean, we've been trying to get him a phone for months and months, and I don't know if we'll be able to keep up with the prepaid payments and stuff, but we're gonna try. With the little money that we're able to bring him, we're going to try our best. We're trying to find a way to make it.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to get Jess one of these phones, too, because she seems to love it a lot. And I mean, I've had it for like 6 hours, and it's awesome.
It's a really cool phone, and I've never, ever had a very nice phone in my entire life, and I really wanted him to have a good phone that would work well for him. And the camera on this thing, the front and back camera,
baby.
The front and back camera are amazing. My phone, the front and back camera, oh well, the back camera's not that bad, but the front camera is horrible. Oops, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to break down the
I just got it
screen.
started trying to break it. I mean, are you that jealous?
I mean, like, I've never had anything that, really nice in my life other than this laptop that my dad was so nice to buy me.
And me. That's messed up.
I I was so happy when my dad got me this laptop because now I can finally make videos. I know they're low quality. I know they may be crappy, but
You gotta work towards it.
it makes me feel like I can finally reach my dream. Oh, we're getting a bit far into the video.
Yeah, let's go and start telling the story. All right, because it's probably gonna take about 10 minutes to tell the story.
All right.
Well, okay. We were having, a bit of a night with everything going on. So we've had a lot of stuff going on in the last few months that we've, been here. And we decided to go for a nice walk and sit at the end of the curb down there at the very end of the road, And, well, we walked down there and sat for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. It was a while. And we smoked a few cigarettes. And
Mostly
just
we
talked.
walked for a while. I think we sat on a bench for a little bit.
And then we're walking back up the hill right there, and keep in mind there's like 10 streetlights in this one little parking lot over here, and the one that was flickering, alright, there was some guy staring at us, I guess. I don't know, like he was looking dead at us. So I was like, Jessica, you see that dude right there? I was gonna, I told her to look at him and everything because he's looking at us. So I figured,
And, well, I was just like, there's nobody there. I mean, yeah, I could see that the street light was flickering a lot, and it was very unusual because all the other ones are fine, and I was like, maybe there's just something wrong with the street light. But what really bothered me is that he saw somebody there, and he could describe what they were wearing, what they looked like, and there was no one there. Not at all.
And then so naturally I told Jessica, we got to get out of here. So we go up the street a little bit. I look back.
You forgot to add the part where we started to walk closer and closer because I thought maybe I wasn't looking in the right place, so I thought that we should just get closer so I could look around and see if I could see what he was seeing. But I was looking in the exact same spot he was pointing at, and I saw nothing.
And so naturally, I told Jessica we got to get out of here. So we start walking up the street, and I look back a little bit. He gets closer. All right, walk up the street a little bit more, look back, and he's closer. So I told Jessica to book it, and I'm walking backwards, facing the way that he's supposed to be coming from, I guess. And Jessica's just booking up the street. And we got back over here to the house, and he kept getting closer. Like, he was getting closer. I was still looking at him. He kept getting, and he wasn't even walking. Like, it was just like, here, there.
Just
And
like,
then he was like teleporting, I guess. I mean, and then Jessica goes in the house. I told her to go in the house and everything. And I stood at the mailbox for like 10 minutes. He sat there and stared at me the entire time. I look away for like 3 seconds to see what Jessica's doing because she's sitting at the door frame looking at me. And I look back and he's gone. And then after that happened, we started, experiencing some weird things around the house. Like, I woke up like 4 or 5 different times, and these are different days and stuff like that. All doors in the house wide open and unlocked, and that's everybody's asleep. So this was back whenever
and
her schedule was.
gotta add, nobody in the house sleepwalks, so that's ruled out. Nobody sleepwalks. My grandmother doesn't. I've never sleepwalked in my life. Matthew, I watch him most of the night because I have a hard time sleeping. And it just makes no sense. And not to mention, I started seeing shadows. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in my previous video about this kind of stuff, but it was really terrifying to be seeing shadows and, like I said, things moving around and everything. And the worst part was, I don't even know if I mentioned this who my mom came over to help us with the sink. I don't know if I mentioned the fact that when I told her about it, and she mentioned the fact that my Papa Johnny's ashes are in the living room on top of the bookshelf, and that maybe it's him, and that just
Yeah, it kind of hit in
that
a weird way.
that set me off because I was like, I hope he's not hanging around here. I mean, not that he was a bad dude or anything. He was nice. He was very nice to me when I was younger, but it's a little eerie, when she mentioned that. I can never remember what I said in previous videos.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta go back and watch them. Well, I mean, that's pretty much what happened. I mean, that's the story. I mean, I know it's not like one of the big stories that I've told, but it was creepy. It's
And
pretty creepy.
sorry, I'm a chain smoker. Whenever I talk, like,
She has moods.
yeah, I get bad mood swings. Matthew suspects that I might be bipolar. I have some issues, I will admit. And I mean,
And she has reasons behind it, and they make perfect sense. So that's why I don't listen to nothing about it.
in much later videos, maybe a while from now, when I get a better camera and have better equipment, I might tell those stories. They're very very private, and
That's something that I mean,
I don't know if
you
I
really
want to.
wouldn't want to share it. That's
I don't know if I would want to put it out on the internet, but if it would help anybody else come forth with, things that happened to them, I would tell everybody the things that happened to me in my past, and maybe even you could.
yeah. I could say some things that
We've both had some awful memories from when we were younger, and if it would help anybody else come out and talk about it, because I promise you, if you talk about it, if you tell somebody, you'll feel so much better.
you will.
Because,
And hey, you can even talk to us on social media. We'll put our links in the description, so I mean, you don't have to, leave a comment on a video everybody
yeah,
can see. You can just tell us.
you wouldn't have to leave a comment or anything. I can leave some sort of social media link for you to contact me and tell me about your story, and we could talk about it. I want to help people. I really do. That's the whole reason why I want to be a YouTuber, is I want to get out there and communicate with people, because at the moment I've lost all my friends, and all my dreams were crushed, and everything I ever wanted is gone. I wanted to be a psychologist so I could help people. And if this can be a different way for me to do so, then I would be so happy.
I mean, if you keep it in, it'll eat at you and at you until you can't control. Like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I've been kind of emotional the last while, because I mean, where I come from, crying is a weakness. All right, and I just bottled everything up like I guess a man should do. And so I bottled it up and bottled it up, and I couldn't hold it in no more, and I've been on my period for a while.
And that's another thing that I'd like to say, is that the reason why I thought I could be a psychologist or anything like that is because everyone I've ever met, really, I was able to get them to open up to me and try my hardest to help them with their problems, to resolve them. And I was able to help Matthew come.
Quite a bit, like a lot.
Yeah.
I've told her stuff that I've never told anybody in my life. She's a really great person to talk to, and if you need somebody to talk to, she's definitely one of them. Trust me.
I'm glad that he trusted me when I told him that talking about it would make him feel so much better. And was I right?
You was.
All I want anyone out there to know is that if you need someone to talk to, sorry, I get a little emotional, but if you need someone to talk to, I promise, more than anything, that I will listen and no one else will ever hear it. No one else will ever have to know.
And if you don't want me knowing, just put it in there and I won't even have nothing to do with it. I mean, if you need a guy to talk to you, of course you can talk to me. And I've been told that I'm a great listener and that I give some decent advice in my personal opinion. I mean, I've helped a few people out in my life. So 20 minutes. It's
Hey,
kind of steep.
vlogs are long. And if anybody out there is willing to watch, I'd be very grateful.
That would honestly, if you guys would subscribe to our channel, that would make her day right there. I mean, I've told a few of my friends about the channel. They've come and one or two of them subscribe to her. I mean, this is like supposed to be our joint vlogging channel, but Jessica mainly does it by herself because I do YouTube I do YouTube too, and I'll leave my YouTube in the description so you guys can check me out too if you want to.
I mean, I want to do gaming too, but that's going to be in the future when I have better equipment because, well, I love playing games and it seems like people like watching gameplay and I don't want to do the same things that everybody else does, but I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I don't know why.
We're gonna work towards getting her PVR and everything and all the stuff that she needs to be able to record her stuff through her laptop or her desktop, whatever she has at that point.
It might take a few years, actually.
It won't take a few years.
It could.
We're like we mentioned before, we're doing a fundraiser for all the stuff that we need. I know I should probably mention this in the last video, but we're actually, me and her and my buddy Aries, we're all.
I've mentioned it in the last two videos that I've done.
Yeah, we have a gaming company called Hive Studios, and if you guys want to donate to our fundraiser and help us reach our goals, that'd be greatly appreciated, and we'll leave a link in the description for that. Also, I'm going to be getting what was it? God, I can't think of what it was. I'm going to be getting something soon.
I wanted to mention about this phone too. This phone was also gotten because I mentioned it has a great camera. It was also for maybe doing,
on the go vlogs.
Yeah.
Like not just sitting here in front of a screen and we're gonna go out and might even do a few pranks. Who knows? I mean, just have fun.
I don't know how well I'll be at pranks or anything, but
I learned from Mr. Smilemore over there, Roman Atwood.
If anyone out there was willing to watch to the end of this video, I'm very grateful. And
thank y'all a lot if y'all watch to the end. We appreciate it.
Anyone out there, I love you all. And I want you to know that if you need someone to talk to, I'm a friend to anyone. I don't discriminate no matter what. I don't care what it is you have to tell me. You can ask Matthew. You can tell me anything.
She doesn't show sympathy. She shows empathy. That's one of the most, the best things about her is that she don't, I mean, she does show sympathy for some situations, but she's an empathizer. She don't sympathize at all. She just empathizes. That's one of the best things about her, honestly, and that's why I think that's one of the things that makes her a great person in my personal opinion.
I may not be able to understand all of your situations from experience, but I have a very good imagination, and I've learned a lot in my few years of life.
I know she looks 2, but she's older than that, okay?
No, my age is starting to show a little bit.
No, it's not. You're still beautiful.
With the smile line.
I got some big smile lines if that's the case.
Well,
you see these bad boys?
I think it's about time to end the video.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We love you.
I love you all.
Tune in for the next video.
Like, like, subscribe, comment.
Like,
I'll put some stuff down in the below.
click that god dang bell so you know when we upload videos.
Bye.